Hello everyone. Did buy a few more Walking Liberty coins, including this one that has a hole drilled in it. I've got three more that are 1920, and that one's date's pretty well gone, and that one's a 1918. I got these cheaper than what the online dealers currently want for these. Just check the melt value on these. That's like $7.77 because silver's $21.60 or something. I just looked at the price for silver, but these were a good $2.50 less than what any online dealer has 50-cent coins for right now. Now this one was $8 when I bought it, so it's just barely over melt. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple other things that I got to show you. One, and I'll have a video for this, is this green coin glass nappy dish. Now I have a blue one, a clear one, and an amber one. I just need a ruby and the other green, which is a lighter kind of emerald type green. This is kind of like olive. This particular green isn't as collectible as some of the others. Now, this is a preview for a video I just did because we have this one, which, let's set it down here. You can see it's a big, like, sugar dish or something. But the difference on this one is the glass isn't frosted. So this is how you tell if you have a reproduction coin glass. This one's much newer than those are, any of the other ones I had. And if they fake them, they will sandblast the coins on these to try to make them look like the old ones. If they do that, the little dots around the edge of the coin part and some of the details will be lost off the glass. Now this wasn't very much money. It's like $4, but I wanted to buy it just to have it to show somebody that, I mean, I've explained it in a different video what they did to it, but this shows you one, so you know if you see one of these, you know what it looks like if it's a reproduction one. Now, the reproduction ones are still nice. I mean, it's a heavy piece of glass that you could store candy in or use it for a sugar dish. I don't know what you would use it for, but it's not worthless, basically. It's just not worth as much as what actual older coin glass pieces are. An older one like this size would probably, it'd have a lid and would probably cost about $10 maybe. Now this one also has a lot of air bubbles in it, in the glass. There's one right there, which most of the other ones I have that are not reproductions, I don't really remember seeing any air bubbles in them. So if it has air bubbles, it's probably reproduction, be my guess. Because looking at these, this little olive green dish here, it's a toothpick holder. It doesn't have any air bubbles in the glass that I can see, and neither does the amber one here. And I don't recall seeing any air bubbles in the other pieces. So that's how you tell if your coin glass dish is a reproduction. You won't see any frosting on it. And if you see one where the frosting and all the little dots around the edge of the coin are gone, it's somebody took one of these and tried to make it look like the older ones. So we'll move on to the next topic. And to do that, I have to clear off most of the table. So we'll kind of set AG Stackers sticker back here with Frosty and Old Coin Country Collector right now. Old Country Coin Collector, sorry. Move all this stuff off to the side. But I need room. I'm going to move all these too, because I'm going to need room to lay out a bunch of coins so I can kind of sort them. Put all these back in this. This is fine. We'll leave all this here. This won't hurt nothing. So what I'm going to do is pull out these bags of silver. And take all the dimes, all the quarters, and all the half dollars and separate them so I can kind of go over what I got. Now, this tube technically is all treasure chest coins too, but they've been separated for the, the reason I wanted them out. Like, that's a very polished Walking Liberty. So anyway, let's get along with what we're doing here. Move that bag and dump out all these. This isn't as big a deal as the other one. So what I'm going to do is just start grabbing 50-cent pieces and stacking them in quarters and separate them real quick. That's what I plan on doing with both bags. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing tonight, but I'm going to definitely separate out this smaller bag. And that way I can kind of go through some of these coins and see what I have in terms of types. I know I have Standing Liberties, Washingtons. I have some Barbers in this. And in the quarters I have Standing, Barbers, and Washingtons. And these I have, maybe I already said that, I have Kennedys, Benjamins, and Walking Liberties. The dimes I have Mercuries, Roosevelts, and Barbers in this. I do have a couple of Seated Liberty coins that I have in a different container. They're in my safe, put it that way. They're put away. Now this particular Benjamin also looks like it's kind of polished. It might be going in that other container. This won't take too long. There's your Barber quarter, 1907. I'll start moving all the dimes this direction. Start another pile of this. Start piling up more half dollars. Oh, I didn't want that to fall over. Oh well, won't hurt nothing for now. So what we'll do is finish up this bag real quick. Not a lot more to go through. There's another Barber quarter. 1910, Philadelphia. And there's Washington, 1940, Philly. There's another Barber quarter, 1907. Let's have the face scraped real bad. So that's what I'm doing with this. I'll pile up all these. We're just about done to only dimes. This one has severe damage. Nicked and bent and worn. All right. All these are dimes. And you can see there's a Roosevelt dime. A lot of Mercuries. And there probably is a barber dime in this particular bag somewhere, maybe. And I might not have any. I don't have that. Oh, wait, there it is. There is one. It's a 1907, and if it has a mint mark, it's pretty well worn off. But that's that. Now what I'm going to do is stick the dimes in this Ziploc bag, just to keep them separate, and then I can kind of count them later. Not counting them tonight because I don't want to bore you too bad. But if you like Constitutional Silver, you'll like seeing these coins. Well, that dropped a dime. It is easy to drop dimes when you're doing this kind of stuff. They're small and they're kind of slick. I'm not really sure how many's in here, but it's at least a roll. I got one off the floor. All right. By the way, I bought this light from a local home improvement store. Uses 4 AA's and it's very bright. So I kind of like it. All right, that's the dimes. How many half dollars do we have in this? That's more than a row. And then we got quarters. All right, we'll put the quarters in this bag. Then put the halves over here for the time being. And if you like seeing coin glass having actual silver in it, there you go. I'm going to store them there for the moment. Then move the dimes out of the way too. This bag's considerably bigger. But if I start sorting, it won't take too long for the halves and quarters out of the dimes. I'll stick the halves back in this bag. There's going to be a lot more in this. This is probably $50 face. But it don't take too long once you get going. There's another barber dime. 1914. All right. There's one that's heavily worn and looks bent. Might even have gold plating on it. It's 1912. Anyway, that's what I want to do with these. Separate them. And then I'll go through them and see if any dates or anything's a little bit more rare than the rest. But I bought all this stuff all year long for the Treasure Chest Challenge. And I had a set price. I didn't want to go over buying coins, which is about 22x. I might have went over on a couple coins because I bought some dollar coins too. And a couple of them were more expensive. But I was able to get several dollar coins for under 22x. If you can believe that. This is quite a task. Now you understand how coin dealers feel if they buy a bunch of loose coins. They have to go through them. They buy a bag of loose coins like this. They have to go through it and see if there's anything remarkable or not. And it takes time. So if you ever wonder why sometimes coin dealers, see this barber quarter does not have a date on it. Hello, Silver Skeleton Error Hunter. I don't think any of these have errors, but one never knows. A bunch of loose silver. This is probably at least $50 face in this particular bag. I got two pretty good sized stacks of $50, so they're in a growing pile of quarters. We'll start another stack. Oh God, this is, well, I'm making some progress. Moving dimes over here, quarters over there. Yeah, if you like seeing lots of 1902 barber. But if you like seeing lots of constitutional, you came to the right place. I've got quite a bit here on the table, and the other two bags that I got sitting over there, plus the nappy cup full. It's easy to pull the halves out because they're a lot bigger. The quarters are quite a bit bigger than dimes too, and that's all it's in this is quarters, dimes, and $50. At least in these two bags. Who else is out there? Say hello if you would, and then I can say hi to you and thank you for showing up. A remarkable thing about all these, I only have a few Kennedys in this. I think there's 5 total. 1914 Denver. These right there, it's hard to see on this. Probably be easier to see on a bigger screen. But if you live stream using your phone like I'm doing, and you're using StreamYard like I am, the visible screen that you're given to use is pretty small, so you can't see the details quite as well as you'll be able to see them if you watch part of it back on a bigger screen, which most of my videos I usually kind of review them and look at them on a bigger screen. 64 Roosevelt that doesn't hardly look like it's got any wear, but I was able to get this for probably around $2.10 or $2.15 face at the most. Most of these dimes were pretty cheap. Looks like we're pretty close. There's a 1950 Philadelphia. Got a few more quarters over here. A lot of these standing liberties with no dates for $4, $4.50, and $5. If you go on eBay and try to buy them, they usually ask about $8 a piece, and they sometimes want you to buy 7 or 8 coins. There's another $50. All right, a couple more quarters. Another quarter. I think we're getting pretty close to the separation being done. I'll kind of wave and scan over these piles so you can kind of see what we got. That one, the date's almost gone. $1905, I believe. Philadelphia, there's no mint on the back. That'd be right underneath the eagle's tail feathers. If I sort through the dimes, I'm not seeing any more quarters. Oh, wait, there's one. All right. Let's kind of pull these dimes into a pile. I got 3 stacks going of $50 there. And then all these dimes. All right. We'll show you what we got. Put his comment up real quick. All right. There's the pile of dimes that was in that bag. Pretty considerable. We got 3 piles of halves, and then this pile of quarters. So we're going to go ahead and wait. There's another quarter in the dimes. I'm going to go ahead and grab all the dimes and put them in this bag with the other ones. Try to make sure I just have dimes in here. So errant quarter gets in here, I can always pull it out later when I go through the coins further. I'm thinking there might be $30 worth of dimes in this, something like that. Most of them are Mercuries. There's maybe 6 or 7 Barbers in it, I think. Several dollars worth of Roosevelts. It's a sizable little bag of dimes. None of these are real important to me in the fact that I couldn't just trade them off for something different. I don't know how much that really is. That's all dimes in that bag, and it's a good handful of dimes. I'll count them, but not tonight. Now, that many quarters in the 3 other bag. And all this is quarters, so we'll start picking these up and filling them into the bag. And there's probably more dollars worth of quarters than there are dimes, because I got quite a bit of quarters this year. I think at least $15 or $16 face of walking or standing Liberty, sorry. But we're almost done. That one's pretty crusty. It is an estimate, and 48S. I have a really nice example of 48S in a card somewhere, or in one of my boxes. All right. That appears to be all the quarters. It too is a pretty good sized handful and kind of weighty. Now, where's that other bag? Where did I put that bag? All right, we'll pull these $50 up and dump them out of the coin glass. Now, I might count the halves because I can stack them up pretty quick, because all this was in my treasure chest challenge. All these halves. Well, they don't want to stand up very well. I think I got too. Well, look at that. A dime got stuck between them. 1905. Not in real bad shape, Barber. And it's almost a full rim. Pull that down with the other dimes. Bust these down in a little bit smaller, more manageable piles, and show you how many $50 are in this, which includes these And these 4 more right here. So I got those 7 piles, this tube, which is about not probably about half full, and then those 4 walkers. So that's a pretty sizable pile. Let's see if I can give you a good count. We'll get $10. Three more, we'll make a stack of 10. Unless I counted something wrong. So I just move the piles and stack them up to the same height. One more should do that. That's 20. There's $30 face. Plus those 5. That's $4.50 more. And how many's in this? I don't remember exactly. There's $6 in this tube. So there's $40.50 and half dollars in this treasure chest challenge. Well, that's interesting. So let's put these in the bag and kind of put them away. Double check this to make sure it's $10. That was 1 coin short, so that's 10. So maybe my pile wasn't quite 10. So it's 40. That one's actually 10. My hand under there. Okay. It's actually $40 face, as long as I counted all this right. Because that's 2 and 2, and then this was 6, I think. Better make sure. Yeah. So I have $40 face value worth of half dollars in this treasure chest challenge, which is kind of impressive. Didn't have much trouble finding half dollars. So we'll put these back in the row, and then all these go in the back. Except these 4 for now. So it's a pretty good size stack of bag worth of half dollars. About a little over half of them are Walkers, quite a few Benjamins, and not a whole lot of JFKs. That's what makes up my treasure chest challenge coins in terms of half dollars and quarters and dimes. And I'll probably do a recount of them and get a pretty solid number. But for now, we're going to go ahead and lay back out this stuff. By the way, this is America the Beautiful silver bar. It is gold plated with 24 karat gold that someone tried to acid bath off some of this gold. This side they didn't do too much to. It is the Everglades, Florida, and you have the alligator there, and then some stuff that grows in the Everglades, plus the swampy water around it. But that's that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this live stream down for the night. Next time I go live, I'll probably have counted the quarters and the dimes. But anyway, I hope that you have a good night, and we will see you next time.